Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I thought I would do a quick chat while I'm driving because I've noticed that now that I'm back in Athens, I'm pretty impatient while driving at stoplights because there's like a stoplight. It's a city, so there's a stoplight every intersection, which is extremely annoying to me coming from a town where you would just go on the interstate to get the 3 places in the town. But anyway, I'm headed to Chick-fil-A for dinner, and I thought I would talk about my experience with the application for the Disney College Program today. So it just came out today around 1 o'clock or maybe like 1:20. I was just keeping track of Twitter, and that's where they told everybody, which is before the email. So apparently the email, well, I'll find out and tell you for sure when the email indicated that it would be open. But Twitter, I think, was the first place where you'd find out that the application was open. So actually, I applied during class because, you know, I have my priorities straight, you know. But I think the application's better than what it had been in years past, just from all the videos that I've watched. It seems like they kind of streamlined it. It started off with, you know, basic information like your name and what school you go to and when your graduation date is. And then right off the bat, it asks you your employment history and your volunteer work, military experience, which I thought was a good idea to put that at the beginning of the application instead of having to go through all the mundane stuff. So, of course, it gives you 5 spaces for your volunteer work and job history. So, I filled out all 5. I did 4 of them were jobs, and 1 of them was volunteer work. And then next, it had, I think it sandwiched in some of the mundane stuff, like, are you authorized to work in the United States? Would you need any of that? And then it got to the roles, your priorities for the roles. So it actually started off with, do you want to work at Walt Disney World? And you could say yes, and then you do your first choice and second choice between the Spring and Spring Advantage. So that was the first step, and then it asked you roles. So it was like, these are high volume roles, and the choices were no interest, low interest, moderate interest, high interest. And those were for roles. It was like quick service, food and beverage, lifeguard, and custodial, I believe, for the 3. And then it just had a checklist of some of the, I'd assume, the less volume roles. And then again at the bottom, it listed like some more roles for you to choose between no interest, low interest, moderate, high interest. And then after that page, it asks you about Disneyland, if you'd be interested in that. And the choices for that were both January through August, and it was the corporate sponsored housing was one choice, and the other choice was local. And then the same thing, with the roles. So then it had another page where it was asking your preference, you know, which would you prefer, Disneyland or Walt Disney World, and which would you prefer to live in their housing or live locally. But so far, it's still the first day. It's only been like 2 or 3 hours since I submitted the application. I haven't gotten a web-based interview invitation or anything yet. But one thing to note is I saw on Twitter that they're trying to be less confusing with the titles for like the status of your applications. Like my application right now is like application received, and this year they're giving text alerts every time you've moved forward in the application process. And when you sign up for the text, they send you like a text to make sure that you approve getting the test, and you have to text back yes. And then they also will send you emails. And I did receive an email after I submitted the application that says I did submit the application. So that was helpful to know that it successfully submitted. And that's really all I can tell you about the application. Oh, one more thing I did forget to mention is when you're listing your jobs and volunteer experience, it asks for your company that you work for, the title of your position, the responsibilities of your position, and then the skills of your position. So I wasn't exactly prepared for the skills, but I didn't feel like I needed to worry about it. Like I could easily just use some of the words that I did use in the requirements to kind of sum up the skills that I learned from each one of the jobs. But that's definitely something I would keep in mind when you're writing your job descriptions, is having some good strong words for your skills that and I use words like, and I use like multiple words, like phrases. I didn't think they just had to be one word words for your skills. But I think that's all I have for you about the application process today. I'm really, really hoping I make it all the way through and can do Disney College program at Disneyland or Walt Disney World. I'd love to do Disneyland. That's kind of the dream, but you're not really settling if you get Walt Disney World. It's still a great opportunity. So I'll just keep you updated. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you to get an idea of what the application looked like here in fall 2018 for the spring 2018 Disney College program. I really didn't get that many tips in this video because I think there are already a ton of great videos telling you how to do your application for the Disney College program. I just wanted to share my experience. I'm gonna do a video next week telling you if I got into the Disney College program. I'll just leave that hanging for you. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to see some more Disney and DCP videos down the road.